We are going to dive into the experience. So however you would in this moment, just get a little comfy in your chair. This will take about 15-20 minutes. And I encourage us to be aware that really, it might only be 5 to 15 minutes that we need to truly move a really fucking shitty feeling through to completion or grace or some level of healing and clearing. Big things that we're releasing may take a lot longer, but it is my experience that the more habitual, the more consistent we can do this, we do build the muscles to be able to move through this process. So often I only spend 5 minutes in my journal, just kind of giving it a voice and then bringing in the love that I need. And it can be a very quick process. But right now we're going to do it in about 15 to 20 minutes. And I just encourage you to get a pen and paper because that is going to help you express your feelings the most clearly.
And as you just prepare yourself for this, I just want to say that you've already done enough just being here. There's no right way or wrong way to do this. And, like learning a new sport, anything, these things can take time. So you might be like, I didn't even feel my feelings. I don't even know where they are. Just your intention inside, your being here is going to start moving that and helping you move forward in doing this in your own way. Trust your own way, trust what works, and just do the best you can. There's no wrong way to do this, okay?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I love that and the perspective that we had last week. Maybe if we did this like a 5-year-old, maybe we would do it in the greatest freedom possible.
So true.
Don't worry about not understanding how this works. You use electricity all the time. I don't know how a light bulb turns on, but I use it consistently. So just be aware that there is going to be a mind part of you that wants to know what's going on. Just do your best to be loving with that part, but just to relax and be a 5-year-old and show up and see what happens. So this habit is loving your challenges. So I'm going to encourage us all to allow a challenge to come present in our consciousness. It might be over the last week, it might be over the last few months, but just allow yourself to be aware of what's one really challenging moment in your life over the last few months, and don't try and think or search for it. Can you just be aware of the intention of that challenge showing up, and then just be aware of what just pops into your mind right now? So we'll just give you a little bit of silence just for you to let that challenge pop in. It could be that something actually went wrong. Could be something that really was challenging objectively in the physical world. Or it could be that there really wasn't that much that was wrong, but you started to feel really wrong, not okay, bad, etc. So whenever you have that moment, that challenge, I'm just going to ask that you close your eyes and do your best to allow yourself to be present and connected with what were you feeling in that moment. And we are beings that actually live beyond time and space. We do have the ability to be present with that moment in time. Use your memory, use perhaps what you were seeing, what you were doing. Allow yourself to go back into that moment in time where the shit was hitting the fan, maybe in a physical sense, but definitely in an emotional sense. And it can be most helpful to breathe. And it's going to be very helpful to focus on the energy within your body. We don't feel in our head. We don't feel outside of our body. We feel in the body. And actually, our physical sensations can help us get in touch with our emotions. So are you aware what you are feeling in your body as you're connected to this feeling, this challenge? So just be aware. What are you feeling right now? You can write it down if you like, but it's not as important for you to write at this point. Also be aware of, where do you feel it? Is it in the stomach? Kind of like kicks you in the gut. Is it a pain, an ache at your heart? Is it fury or daggers coming out your eyes? Just be aware of where you feel, and also make up a color, texture, and movement. If this feeling did have a color, if it did have a texture, what would that be? Just be aware of what that might be, and it's okay to make that up. A lot of the ways that we access our unconscious is just trusting whatever we make up first. So just keep feeling that, keep feeling your feelings as we move on to the second step here, which is embrace your feelings.